Hello everybody. Last week I published a video on crossing the pedestrian bridges over the Yarra. You may recall that I failed to find one bridge, the Jim Stynes Bridge. So I've come back today, I've found the bridge and we're going to take a walk over it, and that will complete that video project, Bridges Over the Yarra. If you missed the first video, there is a link to it at the end of this video. And here's a rather nondescript name plaque for this bridge. On the inland side there is a shared pedestrian and bike track, and on the riverside there is what looks like a dedicated pedestrian track. Some of these bike riders do not slow down. Our bridge now curves under the Charles Grimes Bridge. This bridge connects from the Westgate Bridge through to the City Link north of Docklands. There are very good views here of the high-rise buildings on the south bank and even the high-rises heading down Lorimer Street. The bridge was opened in 2014. It is 125 metres long and cost $18 million. Here's the bridge name plaque at the other end of the bridge. And this is the other end of the Jim Stynes Bridge. So the bridge seems to run underneath a main road and provide access to the other side of the road, still on North Bank. And over there in the distance I can see another bridge, and that I believe is the Seafarers Bridge, which we crossed in last week's video. This bridge is a shared bridge, pedestrians and cyclists. But this bit here is definitely pedestrian lane, so let's walk up to the Seafarers Bridge. Well, that's something I never saw before. This would be an old crane from when this wharf was a working part of the port of Melbourne. So there we go, this is a travelling electric crane, or it was when it was in commission. And from here we get a much better picture of the Seafarers Bridge. And the Seafarers Bridge is so called because in this area there used to be a mission for seafarers, which was a place where ships' crews could rest and recreate whilst their ship was in harbour being loaded and unloaded by the wharfies. And here's the entry to the Mission to Seafarers, opened in 1917. And continuing the nautical theme, there's an old ship's propeller mounted on the footpath. And there's me standing beside it to give you some idea of just how large it is. I am 6'2" tall. So what I'm going to do now is make my way back to the Jim Stynes Bridge and get back to Southern Cross Station and catch a train on the City Loop, because I have another video to film this afternoon. Here's the entry to the bridge again. This time I'll take the riverside path and leave the other lane to the bike riders and the electric scooters. So they've got these steps here leading down into the river, so maybe you're allowed to bring your boat up here and moor against these ladders. I don't know. So now we're going under the highway, back under the Charles Grimes Bridge, as we're now walking westward back from whence we came. Highway is supported on these massive concrete piers. Thanks for watching this video. If you're finding it enjoyable, could I ask you to give it a big like and maybe even consider subscribing to my channel. Subscribing is free, doesn't cost you a thing, and it helps me promote the channel to other viewers just like you who might enjoy this content. So thanks again for watching.